Good morning. It is Sunday, July 3rd, 2011, 7:30 a.m. in the morning, here in Riverside Park, in my private sound studio in Riverside Park, where the rain is just starting to fall, and I just might need my umbrella. I hope so. Anyway, there was an article in this weekend's Wall Street Journal that is really... Oh, did you hear that? I heard a thunderstorm, so that means this is lightning around. Good, huh? See how quickly I pick up on that? So I may not be here too long. I'm going to try to finish this before the rain comes. I love this article. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to use my umbrella now to protect my camera from the rain. So that's what I'll do. So you'll pardon the red background. But anyway, this is slightly been rained upon. The whole thing is that this person's running for mayor or governor or something in Thailand, in Bangkok, and he's a former sex mogul who's had houses of prostitution and whorehouses, and there's an article about him in the Wall Street Journal that I love. So I thought we'd start following the fortunes of Chuvit Chuvit Kamovizit. Now, Chuvit is his last name, and Kamovizit is his first name, but in many Asian countries, the first name, last name first, and the first name last, as opposed to here in the lovely United States. Anyway, Thailand. Bangkok. For a politician, Thailand's Chuvit Kamovizit makes an unusual pitch. Don't vote me into power, he says. Put me into opposition. So he doesn't want to be in the ruling class. He wants to be in the opposing group. With the rest of Thailand shaping up for a bruising standoff between army-backed conservatives and populist agitators during national elections on July 3, the former massage parlor tycoon is hoping to pick up the right number of votes to propel himself onto the losing side in Parliament and play out his self-appointed role as Thailand's anti-corruption watchdog. Anti-corruption watchdog. Okay. Mr. Chuvit isn't going to change the election's outcome by himself. While he is likely to be elected under a proportional representation system, the battle for power is between the establishment-backed Democratic Party and the populist supporters of former leader, here we go, Thaksin Shinawatra. Thaksin Shinawatra, who was ousted in a military coup 5 years ago. Oh, those military coups. They just don't seem to work out properly. Military coups just don't seem to work out properly because once the military leaders find out how much power they have and how much money they can make, they don't want to give it up. It's the money. I don't know if it's the power or the money or both, but they hate to give it up. And somehow this country has been lucky. We haven't had a military coup that I know of ever. Somehow the military is really the most liberal and educated part of our country. I mean, the leaders of the military are very, very smart people. And for the most part, have a good sense of real democracy. Which you say, well, they should lead the country. Yeah, but if they did, it would all fall apart. They soon wouldn't want to give up power more than anybody else wants to give up power. Anyway, Sinatra, who was Shinawatra, not Sinatra. Thaksin Sinatra, no, Shinawatra, who was ousted in a military coup 5 years ago. But that's Chuvit Kamovizit, but he represents the carnival atmosphere that surrounds much of Thai politics. Even as observers fear the current election could lead to further violence, following a history of coups and last year's bloody suppression of demonstrations in Bangkok. So what they're saying is while this is cute and funny, it's also very serious because Thailand has a lot of violence. Mr. Chuvit is an anti-politician. He's making a bet that many voters see politics as a venal, dirty business, and he's presenting himself as the opposite of that, says Paul Chambers, a professor at Payap University in Chiang Mai, northern Thailand. Paul Chambers, the Paul Chambers, is now a professor at Payap University in Chiang Mai, northern Thailand. You mean he didn't die at 34? He left New York and became a professor at Payap University. That's very good. Paul Chambers, Payap University. Okay, Mr. Chuvit, a fierce-looking 49-year-old, with a fierce-looking lady next to him, just adoring him. Mr. Chuvit, a fierce-looking 49-year-old with slicked-back hair and a mustache, boasts some unusual credentials as Thailand's conscience. He rose to fame by accusing police of extracting hundreds of thousands of dollars in bribes from his sex empire, and then failing to protect him in a land dispute. He gave them hundreds of thousands of dollars in bribes from his sex empire, and then they wouldn't protect him. That's terrible. He built up a chain of carnivorous emporiums with names like the Sea of Love and Copacabana. He built up a chain of carnivorous emporiums with the names of Sea of Love and Copacabana. Here at home, while editing, I noticed that I made the slight mistake of substituting the word carnivorous for cavernous. It clearly says cavernous emporiums. Carnivorous emporiums. He built up a chain of carnivorous emporiums with names like the Sea of Love and the Copacabana. Cavernous emporiums. Now, there's a song in there. There's thunder. Storms are coming. I better hurry. Mr. Chuvit admits that these were fronts for prostitution. Oh, dear. Which, while illegal in Thailand, is widely tolerated. Since his falling out with the police, he says he sold his massage business to focus on other plans, namely cleaning up Thai politics. And now, Mr. Chuvit claims that he is under threat of serious harm and being murdered. And I don't doubt it. We need a strong opposition here to make the executive side stronger, Mr. Chuvit says during a campaign stop in Bangkok's Patpong red light district. That's why Thailand needs me. No other politician wants to ask questions because they want to get into power. Corruption is a big, big problem in Thailand. Corruption is a big, big problem all over the world. Corruption is the big problem with the human race. And we all tolerate it. Because if we benefit from it, we like it, even if it screws up the workings of democracy and capitalism. He, Mr. Chuvit, could make life uncomfortable for whichever side forms Thailand's next government. He made it to Parliament before in 2005 and launched a radio call-in show in which he fielded complaints from the public about corruption. He was later removed from office for not being a member of a political party for the required 3-month period prior to the election. Mr. Chuvit, who now has his own Love Thailand party, you gotta give him credit. See, these guys who can be honest come up with such great stuff. Mr. Chuvit, who also now has his own Love Thailand party, also ran unsuccessfully to become governor of Bangkok. Did you hear that? Those are the big storms coming through. Whoa! His latest campaign again confronts Thailand's decades-old alliance of business and politics. Chuvit's posters encapsulate the frustration many people here face. Often photographed snarling in anger, Mr. Chuvit pledges in one poster to tackle corrupt policemen. In another, he poses with his bull terrier, Moto. They're coming to get me. I'm going to be wiped out, but I'm not. I'm brave. I'm going to stay right here. It's getting wetter and wetter. The paper's getting rained upon, and I will finish this because I love this guy. Mr. Chuvit pledges in one poster to tackle corrupt policemen. In another, he poses with his bull terrier, Moto Moto. Another memorable shot features a grimacing Mr. Chuvit holding a baby in a diaper. The slogan, "Politicians need changing too." This guy's terrific. I mean, you know, I know. He's runs sex emporiums, and he's probably got but that's Thailand. Even his campaign song is designed to strike fear into the hearts of more conventional politicians. Chuvit is coming wails the country rock star Ad Caraballo before launching into a cascade of searing electric guitar notes. Chuvit is coming. Jimi Hendrix style. Mr. Chuvit claims he needs to keep himself in the public eye to protect himself from top police officials who, he claims, still bear a grudge against him for exposing how he dished out cash, wristwatches, and free sex services to keep his massage businesses humming. He's afraid they'll kill him unless he becomes a real popular politician. I think he's right. So therefore, he's fearless. Without the media circus that follows him around, Mr. Chuvit says he fears being disappeared and claims he already was abducted once in 2003 when he first made his corruption claims. He fears being disappeared. Well, don't we all fear being disappeared in one way or the other? That's why I'm so for Mr. Chuvit. I'm sure he's a pretty lusty guy, but I like him. Police officials, strangely enough, couldn't be immediately reached for comment. No comment. No, I have nothing to say. No comment. Top officers in the past have denied accepting payoffs from Mr. Chuvit or abducting him. I didn't do it. I accepted no money from him. I didn't do a thing. Can you hear the rain? Listen to the rain. Isn't that great? I've always loved the rain. Always loved the rain. Whatever the truth, it seems Mr. Chuvit will go to nearly any length to get a vote. During his foray into Patpong, a night market lined with go-go bars and live sex shows, he thrusts glossy leaflets into the hands of street vendors. Number five, yelled one stall holder. Sosi Pimrat, age 46, as Mr. Chuvit worked the crowd. He's got my vote. He looks after the little people. You see, you can't beat a guy like this. Whatever number 5 means, I guess number 5 on the ballot or something. The energetic Mr. Chuvit is just as willing to resort to more modern methods to get his point across. During a recent campaign trip into Sri Lanka, near Bangkok, he stopped to engage in a spot of planking. The internet-driven craze that involves being photographed lying face down like a plank of wood in unexpected places. No, I will not plank. I'm not planking. I'm not going to plank. Don't even ask me. No, I won't. Go away. The internet-driven craze that involves being photographed lying face down like a plank of wood in unexpected places. Mr. Chuvit chose a bridge for his plank. I plunk all over the internet. I'm not planking. I had to do it, he says. Have you seen all the other candidates? I've got to get myself some media exposure somehow, he says, before bounding off into another gaggle of go-go dancers. Oh, man. Gotta love it. Ooh. You gotta love this guy. You gotta love him. Okay.